The first major incident came one night when Alma and Les were in bed, Alma having taken her medicine, and on that particular night Les was in a degree of pain due to having his teeth removed in preparation for some dentures being fitted, so neither of the two was in particularly good spirits. Out of nowhere, a glass tumbler shattered on the floor, though no one had touched it. Moments later, a second glass flew across the room and smashed against the wall. This marked the beginning of a series of increasingly violent disturbances. Saucers shattered in Alma's hands, cutting her badly on one occasion. Teacups lifted from tables only to break in mid-air, as if thrown by invisible hands. Objects around the house were frequently seen flying through the air with no apparent cause. Pots and pans, eggs, rugs, coal and crockery all became weapons of the poltergeist, hurling themselves around the home, and a wine glass seemingly passed through a solid oak sideboard. Even the furniture wasn't spared. One night Donald's wardrobe tipped over and crashed right onto his bed. He wasn't in the room at the time, thankfully. On another occasion, the sideboard tipped forward as if it was about to fall, only to just pull itself back into place against the wall at the last moment. The poltergeist wasn't content with simply moving objects. It also had the power to make things appear and disappear. During a trip to Woolworths, Alma tried on a ring, but she left it in the store, only to find it mysteriously reappear on her finger later. At home, a pot of vanishing cream appeared to fall from the ceiling, conjured from nowhere, and landed on Alma's head. The Fieldings, especially Alma, became more numb to the constant chaos. Even as saucers spun in midair and chairs tipped up onto one leg, the poltergeist's once shocking and frightening displays had become a predictable part of life in the house. Alma herself was often the main focus of the poltergeist's attacks. She frequently found bruises and bite marks on her body, although there was no explanation for how they got there. On one occasion, she felt a heavy, invisible weight pressing down on her chest in the middle of the night, as if something was trying to suffocate her. The nickname Jimmy was given to the poltergeist by the Fielding family as a way to cope with the constant, unnerving activity in their home. As the disturbances became a daily occurrence, the family, particularly Alma, began to refer to the entity in almost casual terms, despite the terror it was causing. It was as if giving it a name helped to make everything a bit more normal. Jimmy did seem to communicate during seances. There were several instances where Jimmy apologised for his actions or offered explanations for various occurrences.